All right, and we should be live. I hope we're live. Let's see. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. I just paused my stream. I think we're live. Let me know. And hopefully I'm unmuted. I should be. The cat has decided to join us right now. She's looking out the window. I have the window open and she's listening to some birds chirping. Hopefully she doesn't knock at the screen and jump down. I don't know how well you guys would even be able to see her right now. Okay, so let me look at the comments. So Javier, hey Cody, done with the last P to multi-point project. I am not. Yeah, so we should have had it done in 2 days. The one day was super cold, so we didn't do that much work that day, but we got everything mounted. Hold on one sec. Mocha, come here. Get down. Just don't want her falling through. So we had everything mounted, and then I went back to do I was going to do the programming that day as well. And for some reason, I turned on my Windows on my laptop, and I put in my PIN, and it said wrong PIN, or you have to leave the laptop charged for 2 hours. And so anyway, I couldn't do it. So I'm going back there tomorrow and finishing it. Shouldn't take me too long. Steven, how's it going? Josh, how's it going? Ferris, how's it going? Or for us, sorry if I mispronounce your name. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that job done. It was a bit of work. The ceilings were super high. It's a big shop. And what else happened with it? Oh, the cat. I might have to take her out of the room. You know what? Just give me a sec. I'm going to shut the window. I just don't want her pressing on the blind and then falling out. That wouldn't be good. So what else? I see. Yeah, I have a Windows update, and I was going to push it out, but I didn't know how long it would take for my computer to come back. So yeah, we're going to wait till after the live stream to do that. Where the heck was I? So yeah, the ceilings were really high. It wasn't that it was that many cables. So we had how many did we have? We had our 2 Nano stations, and then just the main AC. And then we had 3 long-range access points. And then we had another mesh access point, which was going at the back of the building. So that's all up. The thing is just doing the program. It shouldn't take me that long. Lewis, how's it going? Or I think I might have said hi to you already. Finally got my G4 Bullet in and installed such an amazing camera. I'm going to convert my other 4. I know, it's awesome. We just installed how many yesterday? We just installed 8 yesterday and a G4 Pro and a G4 Doorbell. They're all awesome cameras. Corny, how's it going? Technic, how's it going? I'm doing well. All the G4s should be connected at 1 gig. That's correct. If you guys saw my G4 Dome video, for some reason it's only at 100 megs, and I think it still is actually. Whoops. Oh crap, I keep clicking stuff. Yeah, so it's still at 100 megabits per second, which is probably a cabling issue. I haven't, when I ran this cable, I didn't even test it. I just threw ends on, and the G3 Flex came up, and it was running at 100, and that's what the G3 Flex run at, but the G4 should be at 1000. You know what? I didn't compare it to it, but we could look. Like, here's another issue. The place where I have my G4, it's not the G4 Dome. It's not the best place, right? Like, most people aren't going to have this G4 Dome at their front doorway. I mean, I just put it there because I had a cable there, and the G4 or the G3 Flex was already there. For some reason it's buffering. Because right here we're capturing a lot of wall, right? I don't need to really capture any of this because my doorbell's right under here. I may do a comparison between them all. I just need to find a good way of how to do it. I might make like a backboard and then plant all the cameras onto the backboard. And so it's pretty much all at the same location and then do some testing that way. Chantel, how's it going? Black Jedi, how's it going? Hi, are you on 1.91 yet? Did that just release? I forget which one I'm on. I always do this, MacTella. Okay, give me a sec. Whoops. Let me put in my password. Two seconds. I think I'm on 1.9.0. Wow, the cat wants out. One sec. Yeah, so I am sitting, where am I sitting at? I'm on 1.9.0. We could look at the patch releases for 1.91. Maybe I'll update to that today. Jim, how's it going? Have I switched to Bitwarden? I think you used LastPass in the past. Yes, I did switch to Bitwarden. I find it easier to use, to be honest, and it doesn't autofill, which I like, because a lot of times the autofill screws things up. UDM Pro 1.9 has made my network unstable for the past week. Oh, that's not good. You manually pushed. I don't even know if I have an update. Let's check. It's mine saying up to date, so yeah, I would have to manually push it out. Thinking about getting the G4 doorbell. I don't have a camera Wi-Fi network, only a camera VLAN. It can't be worth creating a whole camera Wi-Fi network for a camera or two. Why not? I mean, I would. How many networks do you have? Well, and that's Nick. That's why I switched, is because their decisions for the free passes, or the free accounts. That's primarily why I switched. But the autofill, not having things autofill, I like it a lot better. Virgil, how's it going? You get your LR set up? Yeah. So the G4 Dome. I mean, I did complain a lot about the infrared, but we need to take into account how I have it positioned. But then I forget who it was, actually. I forget his, just one sec. I think DPC Technology. He does a more extensive testing on it. I think this one right here. You guys should check out that video. He probably does it more in an office setting, but he was having the same infrared issues as I was. And apparently there's a little thin piece of plastic over the casing. There wasn't any on mine. Currently have a main, IoT, and guest. Yeah, so I have a camera network. I only have, the only camera that is wireless right now is my G4 doorbell. I did have a Reolink one that was outside, but I think it's dead. It was a solar panel camera, but it died. Oh, awesome. You're going to love the U6LR. It's great. Yeah, so I mean, it's all right. I don't know what I'm going to do with this camera. I may take it down and put the flex back up. And then I just don't know where I would put this on the house. Like, I could mount it to soffit if I want, but I already have like a bunch of cameras. And I need to get the G3 Instant back into here. That's still, it's sitting on my shelf right now. You bought a couple Nano stations from eBay. Nice. I think I have a Nano station. I have a couple Nano stations behind me. I did the one video. It was a long time ago. I think it was Nano station. Mac Telecom. It was this one. This was a very basic point-to-point. I mean, it's not overly hard to set these things up if you're just doing it like on a flat network. You can span VLANs across it. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know if that would be interesting to people. This video didn't do overly well, but I think it was still cool. It was a learning experience for me as well. Only have one AP at the point, but I can add a fourth. Yeah, you could add 4 Wi-Fi networks, right? So you would want to have that on. You could add more than 4 if you turn off wireless uplinks. You could have up to 8, but if you have anything that's meshing, if you have a, what's it called, a beacon HD, it's a fully mesh solution. You need to have the uplinks on. What to do with the camera giveaway? No, I won't be giving away that camera. Somebody sent it to me. So one of the subscribers sent it to me. So I'm gonna be using that. I'll be using it somewhere. I meant to put it here, where my network rack is, and I still haven't gotten cleaned up my power cables. But so this is a G3 Flex in this room, and I mean this is pitch dark right now. And here's the Ubiquiti cables, which I don't really like. I did a job. Where was I? What day? A couple days ago, we were at a job. My uncle owns a communication company as well. So I was helping him out, and we were in this like little tiny crawl space. We did a job, and the Unifi cables, it was still the same style. It was like the patch panel switch patch panel, but it actually looked a lot better in their setup for some reason. It doesn't look nearly as nice in mine. Have you had fog issues? Yes. So none of the G4 Pros or bullets I haven't had any issues with. I remember at the beginning, there was issues with the lenses. And I mean, if you have that, you're just gonna have to clean it. But if it's inside the lens, I mean, there's no way to clean it. You have to send it back. Any idea why an ER3 would only get 850 by 700 on a gig? Oh, that's strange. Even with IPS on and off. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. It might be hardware. Same hardware doing the test. That's strange. What do the ER3s like? What can they max out at? Whoops, edge rotor speed. Edge rotor 3. Speed. Specs. I don't know if I've used an edge rotor 3. Where is the routing on that? Oh, it says it's a 3 gigabit line rate, so you should be able to get max speed, right? But 800 by, I wonder if do you have smart cues turned on? Well, from the LastPass decision, I realized that LogMein, which bought LastPass 3 years ago, screwed everything they touch. Yeah, I haven't used LogMein. I might have used LogMein like years ago, but I haven't touched it, and it's been forever. I use ConnectWise to connect to my clients. Forget what else I was going to talk about today. What did we have in the description? I guess just ongoing projects, which there's quite a few projects going on right now. So I need to finish that point-to-point or point-to-multipoint project. And then they've asked us to now do 7 cameras for them. So that's going to be a bit of work. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that when we were running the cables originally for the point-to-multipoint, because we have to be on a scissor lift to get these cables run. And it would have been a lot easier running them all at once. But I mean, it is what it is. It's extra work. Hopefully the 7 cameras don't take us too long, but it's at each 3 of the buildings. So the cameras will be running through those point-to-point links as well, which is going to be a cool project. Smart cues are off. I'm not too sure. Maybe try hard coding your WAN speed to a gigabit. And what other projects am I working on? So that's I'm going to finish up tomorrow. I'm finishing up the point-to-multipoint stuff. That will be completed tomorrow. We just completed a job where it was, I think it was, 7 bullet cameras, 8 pro camera, or 1 pro camera, the doorbell. I think it was 7 access points. Actually, you guys seen it, or some of you would have seen it. It was this job here. So this wasn't finished when I took the picture. I mean, the cabling and stuff was finished, but we still needed to mount all the gear, all the cameras. And it was extremely windy outside yesterday. Like it was insane being on the ladder, but either way, I'm definitely happy with how this one turned out. Uh-oh. Oh no, crap, sorry. Just received my tax return. I'm guessing that's not good. You probably owe a bit of money. Don't understand why UI would advertise an AP, the Wi-Fi 6 one in EA with 3.5 throughput. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I would think they would. Honestly, I don't know why. They need to get better interfaces on their access points, like at least a 2.5 gig. Cod and Smash are lagging online. Any advice troubleshooting my UDM Pro? I mean, I haven't done the gaming troubleshooting in a while. I'm not too sure. Maybe open some ports to it. Even that I don't really recommend. Check with your ISP maybe to see if their, your line isn't good going into your UDM. Also make sure that you have separate networks, right? You have like one for IoT, which your gaming would fall under, guest, staff, that type thing. So yeah, this was cool. I like this project. It was a fun project to do. I'm glad it's pretty much done. Oh, my X files. Don't know how much of a nerd all you guys are, but this thing's pretty cool. I just ordered it from Amazon the other day. And this is going to be my new notepad to make notes when I'm at client sites. I'm a pretty big X Files fan. So it's all classified. You got Molder. I think Scully's on the back. It's like 20 bucks. I mean, I think it's worth it. Other people might not, but I think it's pretty cool. What else did we do? So this Ingenious Switch review. If you guys saw it, it was, I mean, I don't mind the Switch. If you log onto the Switch directly, it's not bad. They have a lot of features, but doing it through their Sky key, which is kind of like, your Unifi Cloud key or controller or whatever. I mean, it has not even 10% of the features that the Switch has. It's so strange, unless I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if any of you have worked with the Ingenious line of stuff, but I mean, that totally threw me off. I probably still would use their switches and just go in and configure it directly and not through the Sky key. All right, what else? I'm trying to think what other job I have coming up. So we're doing I'm going to see if I could film this one. We're doing a doctor's office or an eye exam office. I forget what it is. But they have like 13 cables. It's not a huge job. It's pretty much this setup here, but only 13 cables, right? So I forget what I quoted. I think we're doing a switch. They wanted a UDM, so we're going to put in a UDM. But I don't know. I'll probably do patch. I'm going to do the same setup. It will be patch panel, switch, patch panel, and then UDM. But there's only going to be like 13 or 14 cables, right? So it's going to be really limited. There's going to be a lot of blankers put in. I'm hoping I could film that. If I could film it, like I'll film from, running all the cables, putting the J hooks in, pulling the cables down the wall, terminating the jacks, putting it on the rack, stacking the gear, putting the rack up, all that type stuff. I don't know how much people are interested in those real world type, those type videos, but I think it's something that would be cool to bring to the channel. I have done a couple before, but it was very limited. I need to get an extra battery or two for my GoPro because it dies all the time and I'm not waiting around for the GoPro to charge. Definitely not. Does anybody know how many access points the UDM Pro could handle? I plan around 150 to 180 pieces. I don't know if it could handle that. I don't even know if they say it in their specs, to be honest with you. Let's take a look. I don't think it does say in here under recommended. All in one, blah, 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 blah. Product specifications. Yeah, I don't know if they have it in here. So they have instructions and manuals. I would highly doubt you could have that many devices on it. If you're doing it that way, I would almost suggest, I don't even know, building a controller or something that could handle a ton of devices. I think you could see Unifi Cloud Key device limit. Whoops, I almost started recording. Unified device limit. I think they do have a device limit on them. Okay, so we'll say like the Gen 2 Plus, right? So if you look on here, the Gen 2 Plus, you could have one USG, you could have two, whatever model switches, 10 switches, and 40 access points. So if you're going over that, you're going to want to do some type of, you know, server, right? 2,000 clients, 20 cameras, 15 whatever. I wonder why they don't, I wonder if they have one for UDM. UDM Pro device limit. I have a project coming up with 100 APs, 7 switches, blah, blah, blah. Unifi, yes, UDM Pro, I would have said, this is just forums. It is really good for about 50 devices, give or take. So what I do, I have Hostify. I would probably buy a service like that, or, you know, host my own controller on DigitalOcean or something like that. And Chris from Crosstalk, he has a full video on how to set up your controller. So that's that. What else do we have going on? I think I have a couple other camera jobs coming up. I don't know if you guys want to see that. We'll see. The next video I think I'm going to be doing is this one right here. Whoops, I'll just show you a picture of it. Oh, it's the same thing. Is right here. It's the TP-Link. Actually, is it beside me? It's like the TP-Link. Oh, here it is. TP-Link in-wall or it's not in-wall HD. It's called the EAP wall. Where do I go? Big screen. Right, so that's the TAP wall. It has 3 ports on the bottom, 1 PoE out, I believe. And then you have your PoE in, 1 gigabit. So this is going to be like comparison to the in-wall HD. I did a review on one of theirs a long time ago, or not a long time ago, but TP-Link. Oh, whoops, I'm not on my channel. So it was for a wall one as well, but it only had 100 megabit connections, and I didn't know that at the time. Ah, crap, that's not what I'm wanting. TP-Link. Let's see. So it was this one right here, the TP-Link EAP 225 wall. So this only had 100 megabit connection going into the back, which I had no idea at the time. So I'm going to, first video I'll do, I'm going to do a video on this and by itself, and then we'll do a comparison of what's better, the in-wall or the TP-Link wall. I mean, I kind of think, I'm going to think that the Unifi stuff is, but you never know. All right. Yep, saw it going to be, oh, U6 Pro. One of two. It's been a while since I bought a NAS server. The last was Ready NAS. Never even heard of that. As I started with Ready NAS before they were purchased by Netgear, I see Synology as a popular choice. Any recommendations? Rack versus freestanding. The friend I'm asking for wants to use mainly for video serving. So if you're doing video stuff in a lot of you know, if you're using Plex and things like that, I would probably go with something with a 10 gigabit backbone or interface. But if you're doing that, you need to have all your infrastructure at 10 gig. The one I use is just a 4 bay with 2 1 gigabit. I forget the model actually. Synology DS 418. I don't have the Plus version, so it only this is it. This is the one I use here. But I don't do any media stuff on it. Like I may eventually, I bring all my YouTube videos into this and it works just fine for me. It has dual 1 gig LAN port, so I have it in aggregate, and so we have a 2 gig pipe between. I think it's only about 500 bucks Canadian, and then you have to fill it with drives. Though it depends on how much money he wants to spend and what his infrastructure is. I would like to get a 10 gig, at least one 10 gig interface. Cody, have you wired your house with Ethernet jobs in most rooms? If so, what cat cable did you use? And did you put in any in-wall devices? So I did run cables in the house. I didn't run it everywhere. Just in this office. Where else did I do it? This office, I have 3 or 4 jacks behind me, and then one in the TV room. I only ran Cat 5e. So a lot of people are, oh, go do Cat 7 or Cat 6a, whatever. I don't have any 10 gig devices, right? So Cat 5e was fine for me, and that's what I had at the time. I had a bunch of like spare boxes with about 100 and 150 feet in it, so I just use that. As for the in-wall questions, I do use an in-wall. It's in my main living room. I love the in-wall. I think they're awesome. I turned on IPS IDS on my UDM Pro, my Android box that houses a few internet-facing things like Plex and Nextcloud completely fell off the network. I couldn't ping it. Is it possible that IDS blocked you? Yes, it could be, yeah. Just look to see what toggle switches you have on. If you have P2P, if that's being blocked, that might be causing you an issue. Or yes, that's right. IDS doesn't block. That's right. IPS blocks. IDS just detects. Destroy networks, for example, some restaurant chains or anything else. I think Unifi should add more security feature like short passwords for every site, or allow access to for specific. Yes, I agree with you. Even when I downgrade to IDS from IPS, well, it still may be blocking it. If you were on, wait, if you're downgrading to IDS from, you need to go look and see in your block list if things are blocked. Yes, I always do that. I see, I don't know the difference. There we go. My message got blocked. I think they still might get blocked though, because I didn't see anything come in, but that could be my bad. Anyway, it's live chat now. There's only 2 options, top chat and live chat. He has a UDM Pro with some 10 gig devices. Okay, you may want to get a rack. I'm not super familiar with the NAS stuff. Like if I'm doing NAS stuff, I'm doing small business, and we're not even buying rack. Let's just see, Synology rack with 10 GB. You're looking at quite a bit of money, right? But this is quad core up to 2.7 gigahertz, 8 gigs of DDR4, up to 64, which is cool because then you could do virtualization. High performance with 162,000 iSCSI random read IOPS. I mean, this would probably be a good device, but who knows? Let's see how much that is. It's probably up near $4 grand. Oh, it's only 2,600 bucks, but then you have to fill it with drives. So you're looking at probably $4 grand for that, something like that. Cat 6 can do 10 gig at 55 meters, and that's fine. I mean, in a house, that's all you would need. And that's what I have right here, this big mess of stuff. I was doing a TikTok video this morning, showing off this, I don't know, most of you probably seen this already, the eye punch tool. It's pretty cool. It's just to punch down keystone jacks. And then we got all of our vertical, whoops, that one's our vertical cable jack right there. Kind of cool. And then I bought vertical cable Cat 6. This is for that office job that we'll be doing. But the color, the strands or the conductors inside of it, the color of this is awesome. It's way better than most cable that I've seen. And then we got this alien head that you guys may recognize from older videos. I recently got the RS122 Plus. So far, I'm loving it through a connect. Okay, nice. Well, I talk about this every time on stream, and I just need to do it. I need a rack if I'm going to get something like that that could actually handle the width of the server or the length of the server. It does look like so it's only 4 bay. Oh, does it even have 10 gig on it? Oops, someone's calling me. Unless it has a slot where, oh, it has redundant power supplies too. That's good. You also have TrueNAS, which I would probably recommend. IX system set. Yeah, I've seen TrueNAS with Tom Lawrence, right? Maybe something I would do. Cody, maybe I missed the info, but did you order Starlink? No, I didn't, and I'm probably not, or I'm not going to. I don't need it. I think it's a cool idea, but I have 2 ISPs coming in here, and they're both 1 gig. 4 times 1 gigabit. Yeah, I mean, you can put that into an aggregate if you want. I'd just rather get one card with a 10 gig link, right? Oh, it's shallow. Is that the same model? Hold on a sec. Oh, this is the 16. Here, let me look up the model you're talking about. Is it showing up here? Ah, they don't have it on here. Let's do a Google search. Okay, so it's an 8 bay. Nice. Oh, it is shallow. It's like half rack. Almost half rack. Eight bay, then I guess you could put an expansion onto it. And you could probably, this is where you would put your card, right? That other one I think had the card as well. Or the slot where you could put the card. I mean, I don't need super fast speeds, honestly. Or I mean, I don't need 10 gig networking through my house. I think it would be cool, and I'll probably do it when we get a new house. Would it be possible to share what is the product ID of the vertical cable Cat 6? You mean like the box of Cat 6, or you know, the keystones or the eye punch tool? I forget what the model is of it. It's probably this. Hold on a sec. I don't buy, oh, you know what? I could look over here. So I buy it from these guys, which is vertical cable Cat 6. This is plenum cable. In most houses you wouldn't need a plenum, but for this business I'm putting plenum in. What is this? Okay, here, this is it, right? So it was $300 a box. I think this is the model number right here. The cable model. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's $300 a box Canadian. It really, well, I mean, it depends where in the world you are, but the colors are really bright, which I like. Sometimes when we're working with different cable vendors, the green and the blue almost look identical. I love how you're talking about multi-$1,000 network setups, and I am still using a $40 10-year-old router. I mean, it is what it is. You kind of buy what you could afford at the time and play around with. I mean, a $40 router might not be bad for your situation, right? Yeah, I mean, I started buying a lot more gear when I started my YouTube channel. Now I just have too much stuff. The problem is, like, I would give some of the stuff away, but if there ever becomes a new firmware update and it's like something significant, I'd probably want to cover a video on it, but eventually I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff. I got way too much crap. At the job that we were doing the, what was it? Just like the little network rack in the little crawl space, they were switching out their Unifi gear. So they had a USG, a 60 watt, 8-port switch, and then 2 Unifi LRs, like APAC LRs. They were switching it all out with Dado stuff, which is like the managed MSP router switch, you know, the whole stack of Dado. And they're like, oh, you could just recycle all the routers and throw out the access points. I'm like, I'm not recycling anything. I'm going to be keeping that. The APACL's LRs are still like $150 or something like that, right? Even though they're getting a little older. I mean, doesn't mean they're bad access points. They're $139 and these things look brand new. So I got that. The USG I might not use. I mean, maybe for some labbing. How the heck is it? Where is the USG gone? Oh, right here. $149 and then we got... Oh, they don't even have the 60 watts on here anymore. Do they have it on the US store? Let's see. I think they do have it here, don't they? That's okay. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, they do. So it's $109 for that switch. So it was a bunch of free gear. I'm happy with it. I think a Discord giveaway would be neat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I could do that, but there's not. I mean, I forget how many people we have in our Discord. I think it's getting close to 500 now. My primary focus is obviously YouTube. Maybe I'll do something like that eventually down the road. But I ordered a Unifi switch. It was one of these. It was for, I forget which job it was for. I ordered it off Amazon and they shipped me this one. And this doesn't have PoE ports. It has one PoE out port. I needed 4 PoE ports. Oh, I was mad. So instead of that one, I just gave them the little, you know, the white one. The 8-port white one. Unifi ACLR is always my go-to for people's homes when they ask about you know what? I've done quite a few APAC LRs. So I forget how the size of this guy's house. It was over 3,000 square feet. We put one APAC LR and it covered everywhere with like 300 megabits per second down everywhere. It's a wicked access point. Yeah, this is the new, whoops, you guys can see that. That's the switch I gave them, but it was in more of a, it's in the shop. So this thing is going to get filthy. Just, you know, my fingerprints on it were showing on the switch. So give it about a month and this thing's going to be completely covered in dust. I think a lot of people could probably use a giveaway. I don't even know what I'd give away. We're getting pretty close to 15,000 subscribers, which is insane. The last month, like if you look at this, 2,401 subscribers in 28 days. I mean, that's pretty good. You can see all my stats are up. Views, watch, money. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I was going to go back before I started this live stream and look at I think I had a live stream, the first live stream of 2021, and I was saying what my goals were for 2021. I think it was either 20 or 30,000 subscribers, I said, that I wanted to hit by the end of the year. Any recommendations on additional Ubiquity suppliers in Canada? Need a UDM Pro and some G4 bullets and tired of waiting. So I use TDL Canada, these guys here. But don't be buying a bunch of bullet cameras because I need some before you get them. I use these guys. They're in Trenton, Ontario. I guess it is. It's a couple hours from where I live, but they deliver it right to my place. So that's them. I think there's a couple other places. Oh, I forget the names of them. Oh no, it was, sorry, Corny. It was Amazon. It was Amazon who did that. Only 12 likes. Yeah, we got 50 people in here. Smash that like button. Or we got 49. It just went down. Let me see. No, but they did mess something up, and I think I showed this last time. And someone's like, oh, was telling me I was exposing my address. Well, it's listed on my website. I won't show you guys that. I'll just show you what I bought. Where the heck is it? And I needed it for a job too. Okay, so I bought this, the DAC cable, this 0.5 meter one, and I also bought this 3 meter one. The 3 meter one right now, I'm going to be using that to connect my, what am I doing? My aggregate switch to my UNVR. And then this one was for a client for between, you know, a switch and a UDM. Anyway, they shipped this and they said they shipped this one in the same box. I only got this one, so they didn't ship this one out. I had to go through support and all that type stuff, and they got back to me 2 days ago saying, "Oh yeah, we're back ordered on those. We didn't ship it out." It says it's fully shipped. Like, what's going on? It's insane. Especially when you're waiting on gear, and I wanted to buy it all through Unifi and not go, you know, not go to Amazon and get. I mean, these DAC cables aren't bad. What were they called? Unifi. Well, I'll just say Unifi DAC cable. It won't be by them, but like these ones aren't bad. These people. That's what's running right now between my switch and my UDM. Here's it right there. Like, it's insane. You could get this stuff quicker through Amazon than I'm going to be able to get it through Unifi. But either way, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Oh boy, Unifi support. The Unifi support could be a little better. I definitely agree. I've been waiting a while for 2 U6 lights. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people in the States are having problems with it. I luckily, once the U6 light was available, I bought it and it was shipped to me the next day. The U6 LR, I think it took 2 business days, but that was it. I got the UDM Pro and a Nano HD AP last night. Big thanks for the help. Oh, no problem. Yeah, the Nano HDs, those are becoming like a favorite access point of mine now too. Could you make an access point range test, UAP ACLR versus the, what did I do? It's just, I just need to find a better way to do it. I mean, I don't do it the best way to do these. Let's see. I just released one. That's not my last uploads, is it? Oh, whoops. That's why it's just containing TV link. I'm like, there's no way that was my last upload. So Unifi 6 Lite meshing versus Unifi 6 LR. I mean, that wasn't really fair at all. I think I could probably do that. And then I have a Unifi 6 LR versus the Nano. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. I mean, if I really run out of ideas of videos to do. The next thing I have to do is, let's see if I have it here. So we're going to be doing this video. That's going to be, I think, probably the next video. But then I need to do this one. They sent me the Ingenious Wi-Fi 6 access point. I forget the model number, but I need to do a video on that. And then I think I'm going to test all my Wi-Fi 6 gear together. And this one does have a 2.5 gigabit interface, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely need to do some other videos. This was for a project that I went to, and the guy, he said all the cabling was there, which I was fine with. I don't typically do house jobs unless the cabling's already in place. Anyway, it turned out to be Cat 3, which you can't run data over Cat 3. So now I have 5 in-wall access points, which I shouldn't have a problem getting rid of, but now they're just sitting in my office collecting dust. Do I have an update on the status? I don't have an update. I have no idea when they're going to do it. I mean, they don't give any of us content creators insight to what they're doing. What I do, I always go to the Unifi site, right? Unifi.com. And I pretty much check this out daily. It depends how busy I am. But I'll go to the support, then I'll go to community. And then off here, you could go to releases, right? And now we could see, we want to be under general. You could look at the beta and alpha stuff, but here's all the new releases that they came out with. And you could look to see what they added, like Unifi Dream Machine firmware 1.9. I mean, I don't even think this added that much. Improvements: allow stopping non-setup controllers, various bug fixes, blah, 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 blah. Fix issues with throughput degradation of 100 megabit devices. That's what you want to do, right? You want to look at the Unifi controllers. That's probably more so what you want to see the updates. But there's no load balancing options right now, just the failover. Troy, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and you're welcome. That's I didn't know you could do like little gifts in here. Do a U6 Pro. I can't do the U6 Pro. We can't do anything early access. And I couldn't even get it anyway. We don't have early access in Canada. Gonna be difficult to test rage when that's the thing. Like, people don't understand, like, every place is going to be different. If it was like in a warehouse, when you look at the specs of, say, the U6 or UAP AC LR, it says up to 600 feet, right? Range. That's probably in an open field, right? There's nothing around obstructing it. No metal doors, no, things like that. But once the U6 Pro does come out, I will be doing it for sure. Hoping the Switch Pro goes in stock. Yeah, I'm hoping eventually I'll be able to grab one of those. You also get an email notification when they release for specific products. It depends if you have it set up, right? You could go to... How do we do this? Like right now, the Dream Machine Pro is sold out, right? I could click on it and then I could go like that, notify me when it's available, which I actually do need to buy a couple of them. So I'll leave that on, but I don't know if how do you turn on the notifications when stuff goes into general release? Can you do that? Is that a thing you could do? I have a restaurant UDM Pro on 1.8 and a UDMP on 1.85, and I am scared to update remotely. Yeah, I mean, that's always the scary thing, right? I haven't had any experiences where just want to get a little closer so I could lean back, but I don't have experiences where you lose full network connection, but some people have. Recommendation between the ER12 or UDM Pro? Well, I haven't used the ER12, so I don't know. It's going to be more work for you to do, unless it depends on how knowledgeable you are with networking. The UDM Pro is just very easy point and click. The edge router stuff is as well, but it does take a little bit more skill. And it depends if you're trying to do, more, different configuration, right? If you're trying to do load balancing, for instance, you could do that on the edge routers. I never get the emails when they're in stock either. I did for the oh no, what did I get in stock for? It was these. It was for the in-wall HDs. I got a notification that these were in stock and I bought 5 of them right away. But after that, there's been no access points. Everything's sold out, right? I can't get anything, which sucks. I set mine to notify me, click on it, and immediately sold out. Yeah, that's what happens. Type it in bot command channel only. I don't know what that means. I don't have a bot running on my chat right now. You're sending firmware. Oh, we are talking. Oh, okay. Not. Yeah, I'm talking about stock. I think some other people might have been talking about release notifications. And I think if you're in the States, if you're joined the Unifi Discord, I think they do send out notifications as well. Can you make UDM Pro just normal, or well, right now it's only going to be as WAN, right? Hopefully they switch it so that you could set it to LAN, because that would be really nice. And hello. When I had UDM Pro base, which has a Nano HD AP for test, the range was only like 40 feet. One wood wall, even after setting channels and radio power. Yeah, well, you got to think about how the radiation patterns are. With the HDs, it should be sitting on the roof, right? Typically, you should have it sitting on the roof. But with the UDM base model, it's just the access points pointing up. Whoops, where is it? Where are you, little guy? Right here. right? So that could be a cause for that range too. It works with the Canadian store too. Oh, nice. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, I just need more stock. That's why I go to different vendors. Like I had another vendor, but they were charging, say I bought a bullet, right? It's $260. They would charge like $310 for it, right? So $50 more than what you get off the Unifi site. And when I'm buying thousands of dollars from a distributor, I should be getting a bit of a discount, at least the same price as the asking price, right? So I switched out of that distributor. I'm not going to them anymore. TDL, they are lower than what the list were for me anyway. I don't know what it will be for everybody, but I'm pretty sure you have to be a business to go order through them as well. But I get it a couple bucks cheaper than what their list price is, which is awesome. I love it. Supply issues are probably because of the major global chip shortage. I could see that. I'm just hoping that gets fixed soon. And I just think probably a lot of people are hoarding stuff, right? Like especially the U6. I know when this becomes available, I'm gonna, if I can, I don't know if they limit how many you buy here. I'm gonna buy quite a few of them. The U6 LR, maybe not the U6 Lite, I don't know. I don't even have my U6 Lite plugged in right now. I did it for, which video did I just release? It was a meshing video. I think it was the mesh. Yeah, it was here. U6 Lite meshing to U6 LR. I used that and I haven't set it back up again. Sometimes the Unifi products are in stock at Micro Center. I'm not sure if they send to Canada. Yeah, I won't buy anything like cross-border just because it cost me a fortune in duty prices. And I think in the States, you guys could buy them from Walmart as well, which is kind of neat, I guess. It's interesting to say the least. I could buy it from a local store that's called Canada Computers. But then again, you're still paying extra. I want to keep the cost down as much as possible. I don't know what else I really had to talk about today. What was I talking about? Where's the subject? It was just G4 Dome and other talk, ongoing projects. I'm pretty sure we went through my projects. Other than that, really, it's just doing consulting work for remote clients. Somebody asked me to do, or a couple people asked me to do a video on like business, I guess, or my business. I just don't really know what I would do. I'm not too sure what everybody would want to know. My business is fairly new. So since I started my YouTube, which let's go and see I don't even know when I started my YouTube. Let's go down and find my first video and see. Because that's pretty much when I went and got my business license. How many videos do I have? I must have about 235. Okay, so my first video, 2019. So we're going to be 2 years almost in business. I didn't do much business though back here. Like when I first released these videos, it was probably the beginning of 2020 is when I started. And then it kind of just exploded from there, right? These videos were all just kind of crappy. But I think people wanted to know how I get inbound leads and stuff like that. My inbound leads, they come primarily from YouTube. I do have a Facebook ad. It's very bad. Let me just see if we can bring it up. Whoops. Just gonna give me a sec. Where is my Mac Telecom Networks? Why is it not loading? Oh, I need to change that picture too. So I do have a Facebook ad up. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's really not that good, but it gets the point across. It's somewhere here. Oh, I need to change this text though. But really, it's just like extend your Wi-Fi, network support, network cabling. I'm not a marketing person. I don't know much about this. I created a post on my Facebook page I put in some of the services we provide, and I put pictures, right? And we have like 17 pictures. But I do get quite a few jobs just from this, right? It's not a crazy amount, but I pay $500 for the ad for the month, or you could set whatever budget you want. And there's quite a few people who will call you from this. There's a lot of leads that go nowhere, but then there's quite a few people who want you to do work. It's a different way how to do advertising. Stupid new home deployment question. If I swap out my current router, will the wired endpoints immediately be able to connect to the internet with any? Are they existing Wi-Fi access points? Oh, would you? Oh, yeah, they're wired. Yes, they would. If they're plugging into a switch, they would, right? Without any configuration. You just plug and play pretty much. I think I commented on this on the US, but video idea when you get to LRs. Oh, I don't know if I saw that. Oh, maybe I did see that. I think I said I would have to figure out how to do. The problem with my Wi-Fi 6 testing right now is I don't really have many Wi-Fi 6 devices. I have my phone, right? I have my phone, and then I do have I have a Wi-Fi 6. It's an Intel something in my computer, but it doesn't seem to work that well. But yeah, I think that would be a good video idea. I just need to figure out how to do it, or I don't know. I might have to get another PC with Wi-Fi 6. It's really good cabling you do. Some are not neat. It takes practice, and a lot of places that you go into, there'll be cable guys who don't care, and there'll be cable guys who do. And either way, it just looks like a mess. So if somebody came into this job after me and did a bunch of cabling, and it looks like a mess, it's going to make the whole job site look like a mess. And that's what typically happens. I think you could try Google Ads. I've done Google Ads in a long time ago, but right now I'm pretty busy, which is a good thing. I don't know if I need to advertise too much more currently. So I'm going to leave this on there. Google Ads might be all right, but I would need somebody to set that up for me. Like I need a Google ad expert, right? I just don't have time to do that. But other than that, like I don't know what other people would want to know about my business, right? I'm sure people curious about money. I don't know if I'd mention that. Like I'll tell you guys my YouTube money, which I'm fine with that because I show you guys all the time. Like like what YouTube actually pays out, which it's not a crazy amount, but in the last 28 days, this is Canadian dollars, remind you. So just over $2,000 for the last month for the videos that I put out. That's over 270,000 views. That's what I made that off of. Which is, it's a decent amount of money. It pays bills, and then this gets taxed and all that type stuff, or it will get taxed. I have to take tax off of it. But yeah, YouTube's been a great thing for inbound leads. I think it's one of the best marketing ways you can market your business. If you're more of like what I do, like, network support, stuff like that, because I could do everything remote. And I have now my customers, they could be worldwide and not just to one specific area. So I think that's where YouTube is really great. Your detailed UDM Pro detail will be my savior to minimize. Yeah, there's a few things with the UDM which are a bit of a pain, which is doing the, hard coding the speed so your switch shows up. Some people have that issues, other people don't. I put a poll out there. I'm trying to get that off screen. Whatever. I put a poll asking people if they would want me to do a full build again. Based on the UDM Pro, the new version 6.1 or whatever. 60% of people wanted to see it, and then 40 didn't, so I'm not going to release it. I think the next time I do like a full UDM or Unifi build will be when they have like the UXG or something like that comes out. Which, the UXG is pretty, hopefully that comes out. Who knows if it even is going to. Just give me a sec. Let's see. I don't know. I'm probably going to wrap things down in a few minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know and I'll stick around for another 5 or 10 minutes. We have been going for an hour now, and I think I got a meeting. I got a meeting in an hour, so. Well, the 2000 is very good in my, well, see, it depends on what the currency rate is, right? Everywhere is different. Like this would only be, let's see what it would be, US. Canadian to USA. So if we do 2000, that's $1,600 US, right? But you got to think about it too. The amount of work that it may not seem like it, but YouTube videos take a lot of work. It takes a lot of money to do it. The G4 Dome, like for this review, I had to spend, what was it, $260 or something like that to buy the camera. What else? Where's the other videos? What the heck? Why is this just showing Lorix? The U6 Lite, like I bought both of these. I didn't buy that. The point-to-point stuff, I guess I didn't buy. A customer bought that. All the yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You kind of have your profit and loss at the end of the day. More precise question: is it possible for the Unifi IDS, IPS, or other security features to block off a client from the rest of the network? You mean to block them completely so they can't even get on the network? You could do that with the UDM. You just look at the client list and you just block them. They'll never gain access that way. We are at 23 likes and 62 people. Let's get that up to 30 before I end my stream. I think I'm going to do another, I'm trying to do the Sunday streams as well. I think I have time to do it. Let me just take a look here. Look at my schedule. Yes. I got quite a few remote jobs on Sunday, but I did leave time to do another live stream. So if you guys want to join Sunday, great. I don't know what I'll be talking about. Maybe the finishing of the point-to-point job or point-to-multipoint job or whatever other people have questions about. But yeah. Yep, unpingable. I meant for them to have been blocked automatically by the UDM Pro. The IPS should block things automatically if it detects it's a threat signature. Anyway, I'm off here for the day. I'll catch you guys Sunday, if not next Friday, and I'll most likely be releasing a video Monday. So I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you in a few days or next week.